What's going on, guys? Another episode of Wow What News, and today it's like a petting zoo out here. We're going to be going over the WAO pets, just generic war pets that we use in open field with our DPS legions, but also a large portion of what you can expect to see from our rally and bastion garrison leaders. Super excited about this. There's been some conflict into whether or not I should do this video, mostly because it could give our opponents an idea of what kind of pets we're going to be using, but at the same time it's like, you're going to rally it or you're going to take the rally. Either way, it's happening. So who cares if you see what it is? And most of these guys are really proud of the pets that they've created and you know, the pots and pet coins that they've invested into it. So they're going to show it off anyway. It's just pride. So everybody here knows that their pets are going to be featured and they have no problem doing it. Full disclosure, not all of the WoW pets that some would say are cracked out are in this video. So some people were reserved and they didn't quite want to show it off. But myself, I am by far not a pet expert. So I have with me today Spartan and Huskiki from WAO. They volunteered to do this video with me because they have way more knowledge on pets. So Spartan, if you don't mind introducing yourself and giving just a brief summary on why you're here.
So I'm new to the wall group. I came last season, previously Ancients. And with pets coming out, most of us didn't think of it as like that major. The ceiling for spending was quite high, so everyone avoided it a bit. But then after seeing like how much damage pets does, even at like a mid-tier level, we just had to dive like really deep into it and like maximize pets because they were like a third march inside of your dual heroes. It was crazy to see the difference, and especially after Mandu posting about his mage pet and looking at his mage merit reports, it was insane, like the difference. That's kind of my background. We dove very, very deep into it with testing on skills, percentages, and mostly everything you could think about it.
Nice. Huskiki, same question to you.
Yeah, hello everyone, Huskiki here. So my background is just based on like when I was a weak T4 2 or 3 seasons ago, and somebody from another alliance, he just showed me like his pets, and we did some tests, and I found like pets are actually the real dominant things in a fight or in a war, because like, as you know, if you have both heroes awakened, 6 medals and artifacts maxed, then the only thing that you can do is the pets. So since then I just keep rerolling my pets and keep developing my pets, and yeah, I got some luck and you will see it, and that's my background.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a very very valid point. There is again, you know, awakened heroes, we all kind of go along with the same talent trees. The skills are the same. There's really no variation, but really the best variation that you're going to get is from the pets, because it comes down to RNG and you know, how much are you willing to spend. So you know, I've seen some people get 3-star pets like super quickly, or I mean, they capture a pet and it's got a 2-star talent, and like you're already, you know, days or weeks ahead of the rest just by doing that. So I 100% agree with you on the validity and necessity of having good pets. And I really hope that a lot of people can take away from this video, especially if you're, you know, up and coming, is like, again, what a good pet build should look like. And we're going to see a few that we can discuss possible changes, or this is the ideal build. And I think I have one of almost every pet except for like the ice lizard and frost bear and we're gonna we're not going to deal with those. But for the most part, especially the war fighting pets, you're going to see pretty much all of them, and then we can judge them as we go along. The other thing I want to agree with you on, Huskiki, is the amount of luck that leaks out of you, because I want to say a large portion of the pets today are yours, and your rerolls are kind of disgusting. And I'm very jealous. I'm very, very jealous. Before we get into the pets, you told me the other day, and I forget the number, how many pet coins have you spent on your pets?
I can just quick check right now. It's not very much. Let me check. So 1.7 million so far.
Yeah, not very much. Okay, 1.7 million on your skills. Got it. That's very, very impressive. Awesome stuff. Okay, so we're gonna hop into the first set of pets. So here we have Orion Peas, who is also a new member's Auric Warhound. So decent strength, decent agility, luck, 8 slots. Spartan, can you talk to me about both skills and attributes on this pet and what your assessment is of it?
So generally for most like physical war pets, that's the archer ones and the cav ones. And then you have this, the Auric Warhound. The usual combo for like most of the physical pets are the Fierce Attack combo. He has a 2-star and with the blue intense one, as well as the Angry Roar, Blood Roar, and Fatal Bite. So these 5 skills are like, you gotta get it on every physical pet. And for this one, he has both of the talent skill extras, which are, for this pet, the best you can have.
Okay.
His pet stats, though, aren't the greatest. Like, would everyone be happy with these stats? Probably.
So, real quick, so you're mainly talking about the strength, agility, and luck for this one, right? Because those are the primaries?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the 3 primaries, and the only ones that work with this pet.
Okay.
He's pretty far off from being max. Is it good enough for most rally leads, garrison leads, on field? 100%. Trying to reroll this, you could be looking at like 10,000 region pots. You have better worth off going to the next pet instead of trying to min-max this one, as it wouldn't give like too much DPS per se.
So you would be satisfied with this pet? Like, you get these stats, you get the 8 slots. You're, besides obviously, skilling up on the skills, you'd be satisfied with this pet?
I would be.
Nice.
I must say, the investment for the extra 10% isn't like worthwhile.
Gotcha. And Huskiki, you agree?
Yeah, I agree most of it. Like, the only thing I think I disagree with, like, is Spartan mentioned, like, for the archer and cavalry pets, you're gonna use those 5 fierce attack and those blood roll, angry roll, and fatal bite. And the only thing I disagree is, like, for example, if you're using archer and Mag and Zay, then they don't have deputy's rage skill, then you cannot trigger the fierce attack. So there's like something that in some cases that you cannot use the fierce attack, but most cases you can just use fierce attack as long as you have a skills, as long as you have like you use the skills to deal the damage. And for that pets, I think like it's quite solid as long as you don't do the rally or garrison. But I mean, even if you do the rally and garrison, it would be great. And also, if you have, like, for example, if you have 12 fruits on strength and tens or dozens of fruits on agility, then it will be a super good pet, I believe. So it's a solid one. And if I own this pet, I'll just like get all the skills to 2 stars and fit some fruits to the strength and agility. Then I would say that's a 100% that's I will use that one for a long time, several seasons. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. All right, thanks guys. Let's get into the next one. So Guanga, who is one of our Cav mains, he's got a Womanticore, if I'm reading that correctly. Let's move on from the name. All right, Huskiki, same thing. Give me a rundown on this pet.
Yeah. So I would say, so from the pet aspect, I don't think that pet is it's not about the stats or the skills. It's just this pet itself is not a good pet because of the base damage for the talents is not high compared to the other pets. But like Ron has all these 7 skills, 3 stars, so I think it will be great. And the only thing it's a pity that he doesn't have 8 slots, so he cannot use both crit skills. So definitely he doesn't have 100% crit rate. So yeah, that's the only thing that came to my mind. And also if I would just change the advanced fierce attack to the blood roll, to increase the crit rate. And so yeah, 100% crit rate means you have more stable damage source, something like that. It's a solid one. It would be great.
Okay, so the only thing you would change is the advanced fierce to the blood roar and call it good.
Yeah, for me, I think 100% crit rate is better than higher damage of fierce attack, because fierce attack, although he has very high strength, 341 is almost max, but I think more chance you create than the higher damage you can get from it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then obviously it's 7 slots. You would or you would not re-roll this?
I wouldn't re-roll it. I would just use it.
Yep. Yep. It's a solid pet. It's a solid pet. So, all right. Let's go on to the next. All right. So another pet of Guang's. We have the rock. See, I don't know pets. All right, Spartan. Let's talk about this one.
He has a crazy good rock. This is it.
Yeah.
So his agility is closing to the max it could be. Same for all of the other stats. He has 280 and above in the 3 main stats: strength, agility, and luck, which is where you want to be at. And with pet fruits, he could theoretically max it out, as he's close enough in all the stats to bump it up to the max. And as you can see, he's actually using a different skill here, the Tooth and Claw, for the extra damage. I think it's up to the player in general, but I think here it works very, very well, as the advanced isn't that good for the rock. It's better to have the extra damage, especially when rallying. This pet goes really, really hard.
Yeah. Weak rock my ass. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Obviously goes without saying, no re-rolls. This rock is, 95, 96%, busted.
Yeah. You could max it out with pet fruits if it hasn't been touched with pet fruits. This is perfect. This is as close to ideal you can get without being in the top 0.0001% in luck.
Nice. All right, so next pet. Okay, Huskiki. Here we go. All right, so first of all, I'd really like for you to go ahead and translate the name for me.
All right. It's just Poo Poo plus my girlfriend's name. Yeah.
Oh,
so
I need to make sure that she sees this. I need to make sure she sees this.
Yeah, but all my pets' name have my girlfriend's name on it. So the last 3 words is my girlfriend's name, and the first 2 is just Poo Poo. Because it's a yellow one, you know. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna definitely let you talk about your pet, and then I'll let Spartan pick it apart. So go ahead and tell us about it.
Yeah, sure. So I believe like some of you will just dot the fierce attack on an archer pet, but I would say like the Generation 4 archers, their damage source is most based from the skill. So as long as your Falcon gonna cast his rage skill, then you're gonna have a almost 100% chance to trigger to cast the fierce attack. So I use the fierce attack here instead of using the chance strike or intense chance strike or something like that. And also like I just got these pads like 2 weeks ago, so I fed like for them, I can't remember, but maybe 30 fruits on it on strength and agility. So currently if I max all skills, then I would have 99.98% of the crit rates and almost 90% of the intense fierce attack, the rate of the fierce attack, and the damage will be crazy. But I still need, I think, 2 months to max everything. Like it's gonna be a huge money spent or points spent on it, but I would just do it. And also the talent skill, I'm currently at 2,000 or 2,500 out of 4,000, so it's close enough, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah,
it's pretty nice. Spartan, any words?
It is strong. And well, you look at his skills, that's pretty much the only combo you could have for the Bard Manticore without losing a lot of DPS, because you can't use the advanced puncture, which is I'm pretty sure that's a strength skill. So that doesn't work with the intense, the fierce attack, and the fatal bite, which gives a lot of DPS.
Yeah, I think the one you mentioned is the advanced puncture is a large skill. So I did a lot of the combination of it, and then try to find out which one I can have, and with the like less points I can use but high damage. So I choose that one at the end of the day, and I think I just think this combination is the best one I can have, and because I want to use the fierce attack, then definitely I need 2 or 3 large skills, so I cannot use the advanced puncture. So that's the reason. Yeah.
It is also one of the highest DPS pets in the game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Also, so, I did some tests on the. Oh, sorry to interrupt. Just go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. Also, I did some simple tests on the fierce attack and the intense puncture. Although that said, the intense puncture or the puncture, it cannot trigger or buff the fierce attack, but actually from the data I saw, it actually increased the damage from the fierce attack as well. So that's also why I choose the fierce attack instead of the chance strike. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that, but you got it.
Oh, all right. Sorry for that.
No, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next up we have Big Paws, aka Ken's pickup Nightrock. Like, good God. Like, I know Nightrocks aren't like widely built anymore because Sinfray, I mean, they used to be just incredible. And then Mags A came out and just took the spotlight away, and now Sinfray, they get love tapped and then they cry. It's like watching soccer, especially in the World Cup. Sorry if I offend anybody, but this pet is just
ridiculous.
It's perfect. Am I wrong here? Am I wrong? Is this not like an S++ pet?
It's like 120 out of 10, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing he's missing here is the third star on his crit skill. I hate pets. I hate pets. That's why I brought you guys here. Not
the angry roar.
Angry roar. Thank you. Yeah. So I mean, if he gets the 3rd star on that, I mean, I wouldn't even bother with it. Like, I mean, there's so many other pets to work on, but this thing is just unreal. So enough said on.
It could be like, yeah, that maybe like he didn't max out the angry roll. That could be a reason that he already has the 100% crit rate because he has very high agility and very high luck max. So maybe he didn't upgrade that one because he already has the 100%. I just guess it. I'm not sure. That
makes a lot of sense. Yeah. No, I agree. All right. Yeah. Wow. All right. So next we have Nikau's Seraphic Phaedrake. Huskiki, you want to talk to us about this one?
Yeah, I would say it's also a solid one. And although he doesn't have very high luck, but he also didn't use mage pets doesn't really need to create or use the blue one or the I'm not too familiar with. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the
I got one.
Mage pet. Yeah, but I would say if you have high intelligence and spirit, then it's definitely gonna be great. And you'll have high damage. You'll have the very high buff from the readiness. And yeah, I would just max the readiness first and then see what the damage will be, and then also I would max the follow up as well. Yeah, it's a very solid one.
Okay, awesome. Spartan, would you re-roll this based off the luck, or are you keeping it?
I'd probably keep it. Honestly, how much more lucky can you get? Of course, there is a lot better Seraphics out there, especially in the spirit department and also the luck. But I think it's so high that you wouldn't think of re-rolling this unless you're circling back onto your main 5 pets, kind of.
That makes sense. So, pet fruit wise, if he has pet fruit available and he chooses to use it on his Seraphic, which one of my producers is gonna rip him apart for not renaming it. That was one of the requirements for the video, but if you were gonna put pet fruit into this, would you do it into spirit or luck?
I would go for luck, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you'd get more
value.
Out of the luck. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, for I would just do for example 15 on the spirit, and then the rest of the 85 just goes to all of them go to the luck, and yeah, that would be crazy, to be honest.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's it for the individual groupings. So now let's go ahead and get into Berserk Phaedrakes. All right, so Guang again, Cav main, has his next Cav pet, Ugly Drake. He had weak rock earlier, so let's talk about this one, Huskiki.
Yeah, although the agility is not high enough, but with all 8 skills, 3-starred, and very high strength, good enough luck. What can I say, bro? If I have fruits, I just put it on the agility and then increase the agility as much as I can. Then yeah, it's very solid and very good pet, and also currently not many people using Generation 2 calves, so not a big deal. I would just use it. I wouldn't reroll it.
I'm a little offended because I think Generation 2 calves is Ferondal. And Ferondal's kind of the best. Anyways.
I agree.
So about the pet fruit, I'm not a huge fan of the pet fruit because of the cost. You've got the summer event that just came out, and there's pet fruit available in it after you've, dropped triple Goldie, and then you can get a handful of them depending on what you prioritize. is that especially for, I'm not even going to say mid because it's still hard for mid spenders to get to, but like high level, mid to high level and high level spenders who are now, especially in the like G3 or I guess now G4 servers that might watch this for educational purposes, are pet fruits vital to making sure that you have a good enough pet? Like, is that something that high spenders need to prioritize in these events?
Yeah, I actually agree with that. It's like quite expensive one, but the fruit is always like too expensive to compare it to the other stuff that you can increase your power or increase your ability or something like that. But if you have if you're a high spender or a big spender, then I would say don't miss it. Just get all fruits you can. And for me, I only miss the SVIP fruits because I'm not SVIP currently. But I got all other fruits from the bundles or something like that, or the events. And yeah, I would say if you are just for example that pet, if I got this one, I wouldn't reroll it because I have the max strength. I would just use 100 fruits on the agility. Then I would say that's it. Then and for example, especially for those players that are still in season 1, season 2, just got these pets or just got the G2 calves, then you still have a long time to build this pet or feed the fruits. So then you definitely should get fruits on this pet, and then don't use your rerolls on other pets. And yeah, okay. I wouldn't reroll it. I would just keep the fruits and keep feeding it. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So pet fruit, especially for the higher level players, higher level spenders, definitely a big thing. Also, you're not SVIP, noob. I don't care if your pets are great. Okay, so we have Flask, and yet obviously another Cav main, phenomenal guy. Didn't name his pet. I'm gonna get another beating. So Spartan, the stats, right?
They're looking feisty.
Feisty, okay, yeah. Strength is really high, agility max, luck max. 7 slots. Do you agree with the skills that he's got on it?
I'd say so, yeah. He's missing, of course, 1 slot, but with the setup he has right here is the most ideal one for the 7, for the damage he could output in general. I think if he had a bit more luck, he'd of course have the 8 slot, but you gotta make do with what you got, and I wouldn't even touch this upon re-rolling. It would be stupid.
Yeah.
He's got so high stats, it almost counts as an 8 slot.
Yeah. Yep, no, I agree, 100%. Cool. Okay, so that's it for the Berserk Fey Drakes. Now we're going to roll into the Sand Lizards. So, Brutal Maul's Heal Bot. What is the best march for a Sand Lizard? Because Sand Lizards are kind of an all-around support unit, and I think I know the answer to this, but for anybody that doesn't feel like a Sand Lizard is worth investing in, somebody here explain to the rest of the COD community why this is, one of the top sleeper pets in my opinion. Haskiki.
All right. So for Sand Lizard, I use Sand Lizards on my Mad Genze because when I play Mad Genze, there was not Shadow Manticore, and I use that one. I'm still using it, and it's very, very good. And for this Healbot pet, so I would just give my comments on this one first because I think he should reroll it. He definitely should, because for the intense stone aura, is that the name? Not the advanced stone aura, the second skill here. So you got it from the end of season store, and I think it's 135 points per spirit. You got 1 second less, and he only has 165 so far. So no matter what, I'll just reroll it and then get
so
it to like, for example.
The second skill is based off of agility.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't use that one. I don't use the second skill on my Saint Lisa. I just made a mess. Then sorry for that. Then in that case, I think like 2 seconds less, and then yeah, it's a solid one. Then yeah, maybe change some skills. For example, I think he used that one for mage or celestial, and like definitely mage legion because had the third one here, and yeah, then that's a solid one. Yeah.
Be a Zeta Mag build.
Yeah, Zeta Mag and for mages, and yeah, I would say if he could just max all the red skills, they are quite cheap and it's very easy to get from dailies or something like that. Yeah. God damn it! I want it as well.
You got enough. All right. Let's look at the next one here.
Oh yeah, that's mine.
Oh, you want it, and here it is. Look.
Yeah.
All right, Spart, I'm gonna skip you so Haskiki can talk about his own pet.
Sorry, Spartan. Yeah.
What's the name? What's the name?
So my girlfriend crawling on the floor or crawling on the ground.
Savage. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Talk us through it.
So as you can see, my spirit is quite low, but I wouldn't reroll it or just I wouldn't do anything about it. I just when I have the spirit fruit, I feed it, and I don't have the 3-star talent or the 3-star intense stone aura. I think that should be fine because basically, actually, from the merits reports, the the advanced chance strike gave more healing factor or more healing rather than like the other skills. So because I have 3-star chance strike, and that thing just gives more healing, and so I have very high agility. So it's basically for the archers, but I also use that one with Max A when I'm running mages or yeah. But I have another Saint Lisa. I don't have a Saint Lisa groups, but I only have 2 Saint Lisa. This one is for the Mag and Zay all the time, and the other one is when I run a support legion, something like that. Yeah. Maybe when I will just max all skills later when I finish the poo one. Yeah. Just later. Yeah. It's good enough to use now.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, no, I this is a great looking pet. Again, like you mentioned, spirit, and with the amount of healing that Magzay already does, I mean, as far as pet fruit go, I probably wouldn't even prioritize this pet compared to some of the others, especially Rally and Garrison pets. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, awesome pet. Really good. Very nice. Okay, so let's go into Sapphire Phaedrake. So Brutal Maul's got another one, Chica Bomb, and Spartan. What do you think about this one?
He's got the most important stat, which is the above 310 spirit. Generally, that's what your goal is, to get 310 plus in spirit, and then as high intelligence, of course, is the other one. He's using both the spirits and fortune, the follow-up with the advanced, and also resonance for the damage output. I mean, he's been lucky. This was one of the first pets out there. Like, what more can you want? Great stats, all skills. Of course, you can upgrade the... I think that's the intense one. So that one only costs pet coins. Although very expensive for not like a major bonus.
Yeah. I mean, that, again, once you get to this kind of level here, you might not even want to consider spending on it because so many other pets. And I mean, the crazy thing is, Sapphire Phaedrake is still used with one of the best mage marches, and that's anything with Lilia. Lilia Thea, Lilia Velen, right? Still one of, if not the best, mage march out there. I know that, Mu Thea is coming up, but really, really good pet. Very effective on the field. So, yeah, and again,
100%.
like you said, Spirit is just, that's where it needs to be. So, okay, next one. Dupik, something like that.
That means ass in Polish.
Oh, learn something new every day. Thank you, Hill. And it does. I'm gonna have a conversation with you later. Okay, so this one is very different from the first in that the spirit is very low. So, Huskiki, what are you thinking here?
So for that one, the advanced pen bloom, you can only get one more target. Just as Spartan just mentioned, you need 310 for the spirit. But I mean, not bad, because it already has the 3-star talent. So definitely it will deal a lot of damage on the field, and it should be fine. As I can see, he's not like high spender or on pets or something like that. It's just good enough, but maybe I would just reroll it, or just, I don't know. Maybe I would reroll it instead of feeding fruits. Yeah. But yeah.
I agree with Huskiki. If you're gonna do something to it, I would reroll. I'd also try to take out the intense follow-up, the one with the squadage, for probably the magic spirits. I think that's gonna help it overall with DPS. And even if you get it at 1 star, it's gonna do slightly better than the current setup. Also, the outburst of rage is a kind of a joker card. It doesn't give that much of rage to it will maybe knock it down a second and a half from the rage cycle at most. So is it great? Yes, if you're a rat that hides behind everyone, it's gonna work out well.
Disclosure: Spartan and Elementa come from ANCS together. You two can have that conversation later in Alliance chat. Just make sure I'm there to watch. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I want to add something about after Spartan.
Yeah.
So I agree with the remove the intense follow-up, and also if you remove the intense follow-up, you probably also want to remove the magic fortune, because with 1-star magic fortune, you don't have any good chance to create, or even if the intense follow-up, you only have a kind of decent crit rate for the follow-up instead of the talent skill. So if you remove the intense follow-up, just remove both intense follow-up and the magic fortune. Yeah, you can replace with the resonance or something to just increase the damage of the talent, or increase the damage of the follow-up. Just increase the damage instead of increasing the crit rates. Yeah, that's all.
Cool. So next pet, Nikau's Sapphire Phaedrake. That's, I believe, 3 beatings I'm going to take. Similar to the first Phaedrake we saw, Spirit is pretty much maxed. Unfortunately, 7 slot, and I'm learning with you guys here, so probably want resonance in there somewhere.
Yeah, I'd take the resonance over the outburst of rage here.
Yep.
Yeah, either outburst or Sam magic fortune. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So again, intelligence, spirit, and luck, they're all pretty high. 7 slots, not perfect, but still really good pet. Maybe, the 1 or 2 Would you replace both of those skills or just the one?
I would just replace one of them.
Okay.
So the tricky thing of the mage pet, that's why I don't like mage pet. You only have one skill for the to buff the trait rate skill to buff the talent. The other one can only be the intense follow up to buff the follow up instead of the talent. So, the trait rate of the talent will always be very low because you only have one skill.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Nikal, should have named your pet. Maybe it'll look better. Bees Lord, Honey. All right, so another. This is probably, going back to thinking about Helmantas. I think that, minus the outburst of rage, Bees Lord probably has the right idea. He's got the resonance in there, and same exact build. A little less on the luck, but still solid pet, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, very solid this one.
Oh, looks good.
You have like all three talents, max 3-star, all three talents, and also the resonance here, also the advanced follow up. Like with the 7 slots pet, I don't know what else you can do. Like that's the cap.
Yep, maybe a little bit of fruit into the luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do fruit into the luck or fruit into the intelligence? Again, I know that you get more value out of it once it becomes S tier attribute, or you get less value from each pet fruit. But luck or intelligence?
Well, you can do 100 per pet, and after 280, it goes on to being 3 for one stat. So, I mean, he could potentially just do 19 into the intelligence and then up to 280 for the luck and then stop.
Okay.
If he has the pet fruits, of course, they are like super expensive, so it's gonna be $1,000 or more. Like, it's stupendous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Not valued enough to even put the pet fruits into it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
I would just use it.
It's probably just keep it as it is. It's an open field pet. You're not rallying or garrisoning with it, so. Okay, cool. So next we're gonna move into the Venom Lizards. You got Heisenberg Mel's Venom Lizard. So first reaction, 5 skills.
Yeah.
But the
Not great.
not great, but the stats.
The skills give a lot. So it being 5 slots, I would 100% be looking to re-roll it, even though the stats itself are great. But 5 slots, you're gonna lose out on so much that I don't think the trade-off is worthwhile. Long term for top tier though.
Huskiki, you'd re-roll?
Yeah, I would definitely reroll it. I mean, like it has very good stats, but for example, every 200 or 300 rerolls, you would get something like that very often. But for 8 slots or 7 slots with good stats, that's the one you want. So I would just reroll it. Even with the lower stats, lower strength, lower agility, lower luck, I would just use that because skills means everything.
Right.
That's my opinion. Yeah.
Okay. Next, so we got Typhoid Mary from Kreese. Let's talk about this one. Go ahead, Spartan.
Great agility and luck. 8 slots, but man, he's missed out on endurance and also strength. The endurance here is like so important for the Counter-Strike itself. I feel like he's missing out a bit because of that. But like, man, how much luck do you need for rerolling to get? Because for these like infantry types of pets, you generally need like 4 of the base attributes to be like super high, and having that luck is just like outerworldly. Like I can't see anyone having that amount of luck. There's probably like maybe 50 people in the game that has that luck.
Yeah, it's I mean, solid pet. Probably wouldn't want to try to re-roll this. Just take it as it is, and I mean, maybe like if you're satisfied with all of your other pets, and like this is the one that you really, you're ready to move on from, then maybe re-roll it. But I mean, keep this for a long time, right?
Yeah. Also, the endurance isn't like, it's not gonna up your output for damage like that much. But if he has the spare pet fruits, I'd probably get it into endurance, if anything.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So that's it for Venom Lizards. Let's get into Shadow Manticore. KC with Captain Yapper. I don't know what he's referring to, but if you didn't see the interview with the captain, the R5 of WAO, make sure you go back, check that out, because you might get some reference to this pet. So, all right, Huskiki, talk to me about the Shadow Manticore.
All right. So that's a super good one, but if I would just like put some fruits in the strengths, this one definitely worth to invest some fruits on it. The strength. Also, he also already has the 3-star talents, and like nothing else you can do. Like the one that you should choose, the build. I mean, the 8 skills. You shouldn't choose anything else. That's the one. I know somebody will just remove the. Let me check the name. Remove the intense talents with the chance strike. Oh no, he can. Yeah, he already has 3. He already has 3 agility skills. But yeah, I would say that's the only one you can choose because of the stats like max agility and max luck. And nothing else you can do. The only thing you can do is the strengths, and that's a super solid one, super good one. Even if the KC doesn't invest on the strength, the fruits, I mean, it will be one of the best Shadow Manticore in this game. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Let's see. Next, we have XFT Maniac, aka Rambo's Fist. Shit. Use my language. Fucking shit. Okay. Spartan, go ahead.
Yeah, man. He's got the strength. He's got all the stats. Surprisingly enough, he's actually using the intense chain strike, which was Kiki mentioned he wouldn't do. I think he's missing out on a lot of crit rate from the Angry Roar.
Yeah.
So potentially I would look to switch those out, but the rest of it, like, man oh man, this is a sick pet. Although he needs to get it to 3-star ASAP. He's lacking in that department. Like, he has this good of a pet. I'm wondering what other pets he has since he hasn't 3-starred this one.
I'm gonna make sure to let him know that Spartan said he is slacking on this pet.
Yeah, and also I'm very sorry to KC. This one is actually the one of the best.
Some of these surprises, like, oh, well, maybe not.
Yeah, but I would also like change the intense chance strike to Angry Roll.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So next, the Bees Lord again. Probably another apology to Casey.
No, man. Like, yeah. Very sorry, Casey. But like, Casey's stats that's so good. Like max luck, max agility, and I mean, yeah, all of them are good. All these 3 Shadow Manticores, and
yeah,
they have very similar builds, and they also have like 3-star. 2 of them are already 3-star the talents. yeah, just keep going and try to, for example, for this one right now, I would just max the chance strike first, and then see if you still, because chance strike is the one of the cheapest one in those 5 that are not 3-star yet. Yeah, I'll go for chance strike first, and then see if you still want to invest on these pets. And yeah, maybe some fruits on the strengths, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could do with a couple strength points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is the build for it, correct? This is the skill build. No ifs and or buts. This is the one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's do a few honorable mentions, because up next we're gonna actually get into our Garrison pets. So the honorable mentions are mine. I can't show off everybody else's pets and not give everybody a preview of the first. Okay. I don't need your guys' opinions. I've learned enough about pets from this video already, so I'll just flip through them, and we'll learn from there. So I did not invest heavily into pets, and by I mean like even go out and capture them for the first couple seasons. I didn't think much of them, and now obviously they are a huge deal. So definitely trying to work my way back up into them. I have terrible luck with extracting talents. I just tried to extract a 2-star talent the other day and got the 3-star. So I mean, I don't know. It's taking me forever to. I only have one 3-star pet. So putting it into perspective. But so we got the Blade Manticore. Not bad. Grapple is probably my best pet. Solid strength, agility, and luck. This is the pet I'm working on to get to 3-star next. So you guys would suggest me switching up the chain strike, right, to advanced?
So if you want to deal more damage, that's the one. If you want to stay longer on the open field, use the advanced chance strike. Because without Sand Leader, the Shadow Manticore doesn't give enough healing factor to Mac and Zay. But with the advanced chance strike, you will have much more healing factor from it.
Okay. Great. Then we have Frumpy, who is missing strength. And again, I'm not the pet fruit. I'm not the guy. I'm not built different. This. Excuse me. My very first pet fruit pull from this here. I want to say it was my very first one. I got this 3-star Counter Strike.
You.
Yeah. And I haven't gotten anything good since. And I don't know how a year ago over that. I don't know. So let's see. Let's move on. But I mean, oh, Huskiki, I'm probably breaking your heart right now. I don't know, man. I mean, I saw this skill, the pure strength, and I feel like it's a really good. We're just gonna move on.
Yeah.
So there's my Night Rock, Snowpea. Oh boy. Okay. Hey, here we go.
Yay!
Didn't even name it. Oh shit. Now I'm definitely gonna get it beaten. Probably, minus the fact that the skills are not leveled up statistically wise. Probably the best pet I have. See, then we got the Shadow Phaedrake, missing all of its spirit. Sapphire missing all of its spirit. Yikes. Let's just keep going. Food stamps. This is the counter Captain's Amex, which we will show very shortly. This pet, paired up with Rondel, best cat in the game. Has, solid stats. I think that I could take this one somewhere if I ever decided to invest. A sand lizard. Pretty basic, pretty simple, just kind of keeps me alive a little bit longer. And that's... Whoops. Didn't mean to... Kinda useless.
Kinda useless.
Kinda useless. So, okay. We're done embarrassing myself. Let's talk about the moon bears. So Alibaba, right from ANCS with his moon bear. Ooh. Spartan, let's go ahead and talk about this one.
So he hasn't put pet fruits into this one, or at least minimally. I think he's put maybe 10, 20 into the endurance actually. Great set of skills, great stats. He's pulled, I think it's 12,000 pots for this. So yeah, he wasn't too happy about the endurance when he got it. Not much you can do. He's willing to put the fruits into it, so definitely a keeper. But for a Garrison rally pet, it could definitely have slightly better stats. You generally want all of the stats maxed out.
So without investing a crazy amount into it, how realistic, how many pets out there do you think for Garrison and stuff like that are going to be significantly better than this?
Not many.
I mean, the luck is pretty low, and you need that for the roar. But it's still a really solid pet. Really, really, really solid.
Yeah, 100%. So he has the right set of skills, but we have been playing around with he's using the fierce attack combo, which is super, super strong. Some will say that using the counter strike for some reason is going to be better because it's inf pet, but we think that the fierce attack combo is the general go-to for the moon bear, as it can be used more versatile compared to the other ones.
Yeah, I think I've seen this pet used with calves.
It has, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, sweet. So, let's move into the next. Let's move into the next. We're not moving into the next. Technical difficulties. Alright. Oh, let's go back. Alright, so we got Visa from the captain. Let's talk about this one's stats. And Spartan, I'm going to give you this one because we got a little preview into the next one.
So yeah, not one of our Garrison or rally pets. As you can see, it's only 2-star talent.
No, I agree. I do think that this is the pet that he is currently working on as we speak. So, but I mean, once it gets to 3-star, then definitely an awesome pet. Yeah. Great stats.
It is looking really, really good on the stat department. Holy, he's bummed out for the 8th slot, and I know he's not too happy about it. He's for the 7th slot combo, using the advanced fierce attack actually gives him equal damage to as if he was using the intense Moonrage. So it's kind of either or. The intense one ups your damage percentage for the Moon Rage, while the advanced Fierce Attack does kind of the same for the Fierce Attack. So either or is pretty much good. But he's probably gonna look to either hope that the devs add kind of a 8-slot add-on or skill slot add-on for Ambers, or he'd want to reroll this if he's gonna be our Garrison rally lead. There's no compromise there.
So, Garrison rally lead, 8 slots, period.
Yeah, it's kind of a must. 8 slots, almost max skills, if not max. The top KVKs have such strong pets already that if you don't have it, you're gonna lose out on quite a big number of damage.
Okay. Naskiki,
Yay!
what's the name?
Oh my gosh! So, Moon Bear, it's like a black bear with a white thing on his back. So that name means black puffer jacket with bronze thread and my girlfriend's name.
Right?
Yeah. So basically everything is my girlfriend's name with it on it. So about my pet, so Spartan also mentioned it a little bit about the intense moon rage and the advanced fierce attack. So I want to say something here about these two skills. So for now, currently the best rally setup is Gorish with Danfo, and in this combination you only have one rage skill, which means the moon rage will miss like half damage, because the moon rage requires got the damage from the hero's rage skills. So Gorish doesn't have any rage skill damage, so only Danfo can give the input to the moon rage. So that's why I didn't use intense moon rage for now, because currently, as long as the G4 infantry is not out yet, you only have one rage skill damage in your rally or garrison. So that's why I only use 2 talents here. So advanced moon rage and moon rage. And also I did a lot of calculations and on the website or somewhere else, the advanced fierce attack gives much higher damage at the moment, which means that only one hero has the rage skill damage in the rally or garrison setup. So that's why I choose advanced fierce attack. And also currently I have 93% of crit rate, and also very high damage from the fierce attack, because I have all fierce attack combos here. And you guys may see the video from Guns already. He has a video about my rally on Master Reach, and yeah, you will find out the damage from the fierce attack, which was like I think 2.2 million, and the rest 1.7 was from the I can't remember the number, but fierce attack did the most damage in that rally.
This was the pet that was used in that rally?
Yes.
Okay. And no changes have been made? This is how it was?
Yeah, no change. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I didn't change anything since then. But I also want to mention about my endurance here. You can see like it's a purple one, but actually it was a blue one, or very low purple. I actually invested 20-ish or 30-ish, 27 I think, fruits on it. But because I used to use Counter Strike, but since then I did some calculations. I found fierce attack actually is the better one, so I just forget about those 27 fruits on endurance, and then move on to the fierce attack and feed all the fruits to the rest 70-ish to the luck. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, awesome. And yeah, so if you want to see this pet in particular in action, I will link Guns video from when WAO rallied Master Rich, and you guys can see the battle reports and the stats, or as Guns would say, the data. And we'll make sure that you guys can see that, and make sure to like and subscribe to Guns' channel, because he's one of the best content creators for Call of Dragons right now. So we'll link that video in there so that you guys can check out Huskiki's something in a jacket girlfriend in action. All right, so next, Tarkaryon's Moon Knight. So I mean, stats. Golly, the stats are pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
But he's got 7 slots. And let's talk about this. It's different skill build out. Would you change the skill build out on this pet?
I wouldn't, because for the Counter Strike one, it has 2 advantages. One is it's not bad for the Garrison because of the Counter Strike counter damage, and the other one is for all 3 Moon Bear we just talked about earlier. Those 3 are actually only good for the rally. It's not good on the open field, but this one you can use on the open field because you have the Counter Strike and also the advanced Counter Strike. You can deal a lot of counter damage to the open field and legions, especially with Danfell and Morgro. You can use the shield artifact to push into the group, into the crowd, and you can deal a lot of counter damage from there. Yeah. So
very nice.
Yeah.
And with the new mechanic coming up, or that just came out, where the more legions that target you, I think the more defense you build up, right? And the more resistance.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so this pet will probably become even more effective in those large crowd scenarios.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Awesome stuff. Okay, so that's it for the Moon Bears. We're going to get into the Bruin Bears now. Another Alibaba PBT2 Moon Bear. All right, Spartan, tell me about this one.
So he's got the 8 slots. He's actually used pet fruits on this already, quite a bit on the endurance and some on the luck. I think he's lucked out with the already max strength, max agility. Like, they can't go any higher. Those are 347 and 304. Crazy good pet, I think. So we've been doing a bit of testing for the Broom Bear actually. As you can see, he's got the Angry Roar, Blood Roar, Fatal Bite, the Counter Strike double, and then he's got actually both for the talent skill, the Quickenings. What we've been thinking of, depending on the scenario, it's very, very specific, but the maxed out intense Counter Strike for some reason does, or makes it so you take 26% less war pet skill damage. So we've been wanting to try it out more and more against like top tier pets, whether it would do enough like shielding against those top tier pets to warrant taking away one of the quickening skills. But at the moment, that's the current meta we have played with, at least.
Okay, cool. So, let's see what we have next. There it is. The one that he talks about the most. I mean, we cannot get him. I mean, it's basically, let's see, 347, 304, 200. It's the same.
Yeah.
Cat's got a little less endurance. But so all the same skills. Am I right? Same exact skills?
Yeah, all the same skills.
Yeah, I mean, basically the same exact pet. Slightly less endurance. Amex Cap loves this pet. It is his pride and joy. Just, again, another beast of a pet. I think he did say he put over 12,000 regen pots into it. So just the luck, the RNG into this is just crazy. So, we're not going to dive too much into it, because I mean it is the same pet, but still another great bear. So, Leroy Heisenberg Mel's Bruin Bear, 7 slot, not as great on the strength. Agility and endurance are okay. Luck, not necessarily needed.
He doesn't have any.
Yeah. So, I mean, what would you do differently with this pet? Is this a reroll or is this a keeper?
Hard to say, to be honest. Things like Heisenberg doesn't have the 3-star advanced chance strike because I think he built this long time ago. So when you can just use one star or 0-star advanced chance strike, advanced counter strike on it, and it's hard to say. Like if you want to rebuild it or just reroll it, even if you got like better stats, you still need to replace the 2-star one to the end of season 3-star one. Also, you need the block roll. It's gonna be a lot of money or a lot of like time you need to spend on it. And yeah, I would say if you have good enough merit reports from this pet, just keep it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. And the last pet, Kika 707's Bruin Bear. That's another beating, guys. Come on, read the announcements. All right. Strength, amazing. Agility, amazing. Endurance, amazing. 7 slot.
Yeah.
So kind of the same thing as the last one. Probably not going to re-roll it.
Yeah, just keep it. Yeah.
Just keep it. But again, another phenomenal pet. Really, really good. Pika 707, one of our top infantry mains. He's just always out there eating those infantry out. So that's it for the pets. Something that I did want to talk about real quick though, we referenced the testing and the data and what you guys use a lot to get a good judge on these pets, and that's going to be this website here, CODDB. Right, so you can just go to Google and go to CODDB. This is actually my first time using this site. Haskiki, you said you know the person that made this?
Yeah, he's also a player. Hideki, I think he's a Japanese name, or not too sure. Hideki, and he's also a player. You guys, if you have any like issues with this website or you want to like talk to him, just fight him. Hideki. Yeah.
What alliance or server? Do you know?
I'm not too sure if he has migrated or not, but he was in 147.
Okay, cool. So you guys, if you guys just want to pop in there and flood his DMs with congratulations, this looks like a phenomenal site. COD Junkies used to be the site to go to, but just playing around with this for a minute, I can already tell like this has it all, right? So I mean, if we wanted to go into here, we have it, the pets based off of cavalry, marksman, infantry, magic, and then your overall. All right, so I mean, just for the sake of this video, let's pull out the Bruin Bear, and I kind of want to talk about. Let's pull up. You know what? Just for make them feel warm and fuzzy. Let's do this one. So we got. I'm just gonna enter in the stats. In fact, I'll hide this real quick, so you can see how easy it is. So you have the slider function here, or just simply type it in, and it automatically fills. Very, very user friendly. Let me pull this back up so I can finish entering in the stats. Endurance. We have 249. Luck. 200. And then intelligence, we'll just fill it in so that everything's perfectly accurate. And spirit, a whopping 96. Okay, so he's got the first skill.
All 3 quickenings.
Yep. And then scroll down here. Missing.
You can hide the pet first so people can see.
Oh, yeah, yep. Sorry about that. Thank you. Where are the other talents?
You can
above.
search
You just-
them.
You
Type
can
in,
also search.
type
That's
in
one.
the first letter.
Advanced quickening, the 4th one here. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like a major upside. If you're on a PC, you can like just type in the first letter. It will.
That's really cool. It shows you the cost.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
This page has it all. You can search them by name. It will pop up everything. It will also in the left side show the percentages for crit rates, crit damage, damage increase, like everything that you need to know about the pets. And it has been updated, so it is up to date to the current update for Call of Dragons, or current version.
So this is going to be the intense quickening. It's 3. Strike. It's going to be 3.
Second one.
Angry
Advanced.
roar.
Yeah.
Blood roar.
Yeah.
And the last one.
Fatal
Light.
Light.
Maxed. Okay. Do I need to change any settings over here?
Usually you don't need to, but
Okay.
you don't need to.
All right. So
there's a target count there, although, the first one on the right side. The target counts.
yep.
Yeah, like for example, you usually that one is the AOE one. So for example, if you put 5 in it, 5 or 3 or 4, like anything you want, you can just test it.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
Wow, it's really amazing, actually. Okay, so let's review. So crit chance 89%, crit damage 260. Very nice. So it gives you all kinds of. So it gives you the damage range. If it was max, the max is 1,753. Yeah, I mean, this has it all, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's here.
It shows everything
Call
behind it
damage.
as well, which is really, really cool. I think
Oh, yeah.
for this public is crazy.
The cost, how much this pet costs to make from scratch, to include the ambers. Yeah, no, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is amazing. No, I love this, guys. So I will also link this site into the video description. So that anybody that wants to use this from now on, this is a phenomenal tool. Looks like there's other things here: hero builds, Roots of War planner, guides, calculators. I know a lot of people want to figure out the trainings and the speed ups and all that stuff. So excellent tool. So much prop to Hideki for making this. Thank you very much. And yeah, no, I think that this is an amazing tool. So guys, I want to thank you so much. Let me go ahead and close this out. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today. This video went way longer than I intended, but I think that this is going to be helpful to a lot of new players or players that have questions about are their builds the right builds. And so, thank you from me, and thank you to the COD community for taking the time today to come in here and share your thoughts and all of the research that you've put into it to help the rest of the community out. So, and for those of you that are looking at all of us like, oh, noobs, you just shared all your secrets. No, we didn't. We have plenty of other pets. So I also got yelled at a few times. I'm supposed to say like and subscribe if you want to see more of it. It helps the channel. I'd appreciate it. And so again, thank you guys. Thank you everybody that watched this video. I will see you all soon. I have many other plans coming up. So as always, make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Thanks.